Go for it.
All right. How you doing, Charlie? How you doing, peeps?
What's going on?
Well, I just thought it would be nice to talk about the. I guess I can elaborate on the quote that I liked so much from my old basketball coach that I talked about last night on the radio show with Vincent Jenna, which is if you want to go somewhere you haven't gone before, you have to do something you have not done before. And I believe it's for you and me very interesting to think about that because obviously at a certain point, it's important to be open to make changes and go towards new things that might be very unknown and face the fear in a lot of ways. I don't know how you see that.
Yeah, what the way we're moving forward with Pay It Forward is very simple, and a lot of people, and I agree with them. These are very smart people who are telling me this that we need more infrastructure and we need more things for people to latch onto, and I'm sure that would make things easier. I'm sure a lot of more people would grasp on, but I also think that again, these are very wise, very smart people. They've been around longer than I have. They've done a lot more, accomplished a lot more. So, the one thought to me comes kind of like with that saying: if we do what we've always done, we're going to get what we've always got.
Yeah, that's a good way.
And I feel like I want to turn the nonprofit and charity world, which I don't even like calling it that, up on its ear. I think we need change. I think we need to change that up. I think the larger nonprofits are doing amazing things, but I think they're complacent. I think there's a lot of individuals coming up younger that are hungry to change the world, not so much bring in money to make sure people get a tax write-off for the nonprofit, but they legitimately want to change the world and make it better. And I'm looking forward to the day these large corporations
Look down.
not so much look down, but they, instead of for the past 10 or 15 years just giving to the same charity just because it's easier, why not go out there and find organizations that are just really hungry and really care and legitimately come from a genuine position of wanting to make the lives of everyone on this planet better? I know money put in our hands would impact more people than it would in some of the larger organizations, and they may not like to hear that, but that's just my opinion. I think they're complacent. I think large corporations are complacent with the way they donate their money, and hopefully we can wake them up to what we're doing.
It's so interesting because you know that is that is to me really really important, and I believe that is probably one of the biggest problems in our society for the biggest corporations that can really do a huge difference. Just like you're saying, they
Well,
don't do it because it's habit for them to just keep going in their own tracks.
it's habit, and we talk a lot about fear of change or change of fear of change, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. I think what it comes down to it too is laziness. They're in these organizations where these employees are asked to do more with less. There's less employees with the same amount of work. I think they're stressed out. I think they have a lot to do. And when it comes down to renegotiating contracts with nonprofits or figuring out where to send their money in the holidays or whatever time of the year they give that money, it's just easiest to choose what they did last year. They don't even know how that money was spent. They don't even know what that money impacted. They don't even know where those people, how that money infiltrated whatever organization. They just cut that check, got the write-off, and moved on to their next email or their next phone call. I think we need to just be more conscious of where that money's spent. And yes, on the outside looking in, you and I may not seem as stable as, let's say, a Red Cross, but I think there's something to be said about unstable. I think the whole unrealistic thought process is what moves this world forward. I think realists keep things running, but unrealistic people move us forward and advance us. And
That's how all the changes has been made in the past.
yep. So, and both sides are right. We need the realist to keep things running and for that structure, and we need the unrealist to think of things that haven't been done and to move us forward. So both sides are right. Both sides are needed. I just look forward to figuring out some way to get these large sums of money that go to these typical nonprofits year in and year out. Let's see if we can infiltrate some of that money down to the hungry organizations that really just do what they do just because it feels right, for no other reason.
Yeah, that'll definitely be where a breakthrough. As you say, there's so many. If you think about it, there's so many grassroots organizations out there, and obviously everyone is small because maybe they don't get enough exposure. Maybe they don't have enough to. I don't know, to get out there and get support from upstairs somewhere, and obviously there is some people and corporations that have so much funds that could be spent so much more wisely instead of killing people and stuff in war and to accumulate oil and whatnot, But I guess it's that is what is interesting about change for me, or when you look at it, it's just a matter of stepping in the unknown and just pursue.
Yep, I agree, and if anyone out there is watching this, they're starting a nonprofit or they're smaller, just know there's a big change coming, and usually things like this don't happen exactly when you think they will, but if you keep with it, something good will happen. So, all right, man, I think that's a good one.
It's pretty good.
We'll get it up to YouTube.
All right.
All right, bud.
Hope people can use it.
Signing off, bud.